Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to A Few Beers and a Shot. I'm Kyle.
This is Juan.
And this is episode 3 of our mini-series on conspiracy theories. And today we're going to go down the hole for celebrity, secret societies, and mysterious murders and suicides and everything of that nature.
Yes, sir. Today's beer of choice is VOO-DOO Ranger, brought to us by New Belgium.
Yes. And a little bit about the VOO-DOO Ranger Imperial IP that we're drinking. It's part of the VOO-DOO Ranger family that New Belgium has out. And the family is brewed with trend-setting hop and malt varieties and served with a side of sarcasm. Let's just say VOO-DOO Ranger doesn't take itself too seriously, and neither should you. The bottom line, if you're looking for innovative IPAs that are hop-forward, bold, and occasionally hazy, the VOO-DOO Ranger fam has your back. And, of course, you had to pick the Imperial one, which is the harshest of the VOO-DOO Ranger family.
I like me some strong beers.
Yeah.
Let me pop these open with my new bottle opener that you got for me.
Yep.
Has my initial on it, which is great.
I do like the labels that they have for all the VOO-DOO Rangers.
Yeah, it's like they got their own little mascot, kind of like their own Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like it.
All right, so we'll cheers to this. All right, and then give a little taste. Like.
It's good.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. Well, you took that big chug.
Oh, I know.
That wasn't even a swig. That was like I would have drowned in this.
Yeah, it's very hop forward for sure.
Yeah, you want to freeze it in the wintertime and skate on it?
No, I don't. I will drink one, and I will be done. I prefer there's another VOO-DOO Ranger that's the juicy one that has more like a mango type flavor to it. It's pretty good.
Mango.
Yes, the mango.
So,
taste wise though,
really it's got a pretty strong taste. I like strong beers though, but like you said, this is a maybe 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3 combo, and I'm out.
Yeah, no, this is definitely you have this in the fridge, and you have like a 6-pack, and I came over, and like, oh yeah, dude, I'll have one.
Yeah.
And then I gotta find something else to drink, like water. I'm like, oh, do you got a Diet Coke around? Yeah. All right, cool. I'll take that instead.
You gotta stay hydrated, man.
Oh, I know.
What was it? The thing you told me about when you're drinking and people think they get sober by drinking water. It's like, no, you're just a hydrated drunk now.
Yes. You do not become sober the more water you drink. You just become drunk and hydrated. The only thing that helps you...
That's what the hangover.
Yes, but the only thing that helps you from getting sober is time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you eat. Doesn't matter
So the
anything.
coffee thing is bullshit too?
It's time.
Yeah.
You can't push it through your system any faster than it can go.
Well, I mean, if you're drinking more fluids that are non-alcoholic, you'll pee more, which will push it out, no?
No.
Okay.
No.
We're getting off topic here, man. So, like you said, we're going to touch on celebrity, secret societies, cults, what have you. And we're going to start off with the kicker.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. The Red Shoe Club.
Yes.
Because when I was doing a lot of the research online, if you look up the Red Shoe Society, it comes up with the Ronald McDonald House.
Well, I know there's a
few
few different things that come up when you look at it. Because there's that one picture, the picture of all those dudes.
Yeah. With
those weird looking red shoes.
Yeah, that's the Harvard Club.
Yes.
That's what they're called.
Yeah.
So that's the first topic, and for those of you who do not know what the Red Shoe Club is, it's basically a club of I don't know if it's just like Hollywood execs. It might be celebrities too, but it's basically they.
Well, isn't supposedly like the Pope's part of it too?
Well, Yeah, I don't know because I looked into
or
that
not
too.
this Pope, like
Yeah.
the Pope before.
Yeah, well, the Pope always used to wear red shoes before,
Mm-hmm.
and then this Pope, Francis, what's his name from Argentina, they gave him some shoes from León, Mexico, and he liked how they felt, how they looked, and all that. So he took those, and they're brown. So I don't know if previous popes may have been part of it. You know, like the one that looked like the Emperor from Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
which was, I feel bad for that guy a little bit because he kind of like got pushed out of being the Pope just by getting memed.
Wasn't he the one that was in like the Hitler Youth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like German Polish though.
Yes.
So he was both.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was pro or anti Hitler.
Well, you know, being a kid back in those days, you either had a choice of like joining the Hitler Youth or we kill you. So I mean,
the Catholic Church was for Hitler.
yes,
at
they were.
those times.
Well, let's not talk about
Yeah.
that. We got more.
that's
that's
another topic.
that's a whole nother topic that we
Yeah.
got to get into, but we'll get on that on another day.
Yeah. So the Red Shoe Club basically is a group of, you know, high execs, what have you, that sacrifice child stars, and they either cannibalize them, whatever, but they keep a trophy, and that would be the shoes that they wear are made out of the child's skin.
Yes.
So that's that club, and alleged celebrities have been sacrificed, and I guess we could talk about Heather O'Rourke, who was the little girl from the Poltergeist movie, who her death was kind of mysterious,
Mm-hmm.
and as we just saw in a video, we saw old footage of Henry Winkle from Happy Days because he was on the show with her.
The movie, yeah.
Happy Days, was
No,
that the movie?
I thought you were talking about Poltergeist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Heather O'Rourke, she was in Happy Days too. She had a
Oh yeah,
recurring
that's
role.
right. Yeah.
And they showed when she just died, and Henry Winkle was still Fonzie. He was young. Said like, "Oh my God, tragic. She was beautiful. Blah blah blah. She died." Blah. And then they show him like, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago, that interview from like Access Hollywood or whatever.
That looked like it was like a long time ago.
Well, I mean, but it was definitely past 2010.
Yes.
And he says like, "Oh, you know, she died." And he's talking about how her dad fucking probably killed her or something. And
Well,
used
first
to
he said
torture her.
he said it was suicide or something.
Yeah. Now, how does a 12-year-old commit suicide?
I mean, it could happen. You know?
Yeah, but you're a child star. You're fucking, you know. She didn't seem like there was never any mention of that before. We just saw that clip,
True.
so there was no signs, you know. And then there was the alleged interview with Macaulay Culkin, where he talks about how he was in they brought him into a room with an exec. This is all alleged.
Yes.
But apparently in an interview he talks about it, and he says how he was brought into a room with an exec who's wearing red shoes, and he was trying to like bring him into like the fold with that because he was a big childhood star. He had Richard Rich, Home Alone 1 and 2.
He was grooming him.
Yeah,
or he was trying to groom him. Yeah.
Right. And so he basically insinuated like, hey, you know, get away from your parents. I'll take care of you. All this other junk to groom him.
Yes.
And he like pointed at the shoes and like, you know who those are from? And it was like insinuated that they were Heather O'Rourke.
Well, here I found a little tidbit of info that I thought was pretty interesting. So it goes, you know, like the Red Shoe Club. Like, what is it? Like, it's a big theory that the royal family, a lot of people in Hollywood, and other elitists are part of this club, where they kidnap, traffic, rape, kill, and even sometimes eat young children, and then use their skin to make human leather. And then people believe that the red shoes are made from human skin, and the people that wear them, like Tom Hanks, Jerry Seinfeld, the passed away Queen of England, are all part of this pedophilic organization. Yeah. And that's why there's a theory on when there's like a red carpet premiere and everything, when they're walking by and the paparazzi is asking, "Who are you wearing?"
Oh, really?
And theorists think that they literally mean, what child are you wearing, instead of the designer of your outfit. So that was another thing. They were like, "Who are you wearing?"
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's
pretty
part
crazy.
of
Dude. That hadn't dawned on me. That's crazy.
So it makes you think like, but then you have to be like, all right, so then.
So who was Lady Gaga wearing where she wore the whole dress made of meat?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, how many kids are you wearing?
Well, I don't know if she's part of the Red Shoe Club. You know, they have her as being part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Because she sacrificed, well, allegedly had her really good friend sacrificed so that she can have her membership. Because this girl is actually supposedly better than Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And they were friends. And in order for Lady Gaga to take off, this girl had to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The Red Shoe Club has always been a weird thing. And like, when you would find pictures and they would zoom in on these shoes and they just...
They looked like fucking made of bacon.
Yeah, and they did not look comfortable.
No.
At all. Like, I'm not trying to justify wearing skin to be comfortable, but it just didn't look comfy to me.
No, they look like dress shoes, but red and like.
No, but they look like what are those, clogs?
Yeah.
Like they look like they'd be really hard to walk on, and would just not be comfortable at all.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So this group is allegedly called also the Harvard Club or the Ninth Circle, and yeah, there's a lot of upper celebrity type people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few, actually. And from that, I mean, you could just go into like the whole, like you said, they do the whole pedophilia thing. You got the Corey,
like I wonder.
Thing.
So I mean, I'm just wondering now because I was looking at some other stuff earlier. Yesterday, like if the Red Shoe Club is tied into Pizzagate.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You know,
yeah,
where like
Seth Green is in it and shit.
No, Pizzagate, the actual like the pizza place in Washington D.C. that was like a big human sex trafficking thing for like the government, and like Hillary Clinton, like there was a thing where everybody's alleging that Hillary Clinton was part of this. Well, yeah, so they do this whole thing where like this guy gets arrested who owns this pizza place because he had people in the basement, and you would order them.
Yeah, they were like a food order.
Yes,
and it would be a certain code for a boy, certain code for a girl. If you wanted like a young kid or a young girl,
yep. And
if you wanted them to be white, if you wanted to be like ethnic or whatever, yeah. So that's what the one I'm telling you about. They said it was they even smeared like Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler in that.
Oh yeah,
because they were talking about like, oh yeah, man, Jennifer Aniston makes great pizzas. Mm-hmm. The Pizza Club.
Yeah, they were talking about that,
and that goes back to Seth Green.
Yeah, too. Well, the one thing that was really fucked up about it is that they brought up all these allegations that Hillary Clinton was involved in it, and there was something going on, so she decided to buy a whole bunch of pizzas from that pizza place and just donate them to schools across Washington D.C.
So you think that was like a hypocritical
thing? Like she was
thing?
just fucking slapping everybody in the face, like, yeah, look at what I'm doing. You say that I'm part of this human trafficking ring from this specific place. Yeah. I'm ordering all these pizzas and I'm sending them to kids.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But they have been connected to the Red Shoe Club. I mean, there's that picture of Bill Clinton, the dress with the red shoes, where he's dressed like, he's wearing like Hillary clothes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He was trying to be Hillary for a day, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Walk in my shoes one day. The red shoes. Yeah. That's pretty messed up.
Yeah, and then you said it was going with, I know you're talking about, was it
Corey Feldman?
Yeah, Corey Feldman.
Yeah, he's had many interviews how he tried to out them. About the, I don't know if he hasn't talked about the Red Shoe Club, but he's talked about like the massive pedophilia rings in Hollywood.
Was it Harvey Weinstein or whatever his name was?
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, like that guy, that fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah, well, that started the Me Too movement.
Yes.
Which was I don't know if it was really like, was it kid related though? That was mostly like women.
No, that was the Me Too movement was mainly about women having to do sexual favors in order to get roles. Yeah. Which it is pretty fucked up, but then the Dave Chappelle joke on that where he's like, yeah, you guys complain about, Harvey Weinstein, but if that was Brad Pitt up there saying to get that role, you'd come down and be like, oh, I got the part.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a thin line between harassment and what's it called when you say something really nice to somebody and they like it?
Compliment?
Yeah, compliment and harassment, basically. There's like a thin line, because like you said, if it's somebody like, if a girl's into a guy like Brad Pitt, which a lot of them are, they'd be like, oh my God, he's, like they could say like, I love to put my face between those buns, and they'd be like, oh my God, stop. And then you got somebody like...
He's like, yeah, but if you really want that role,
Right.
There's 3 other girls who are waiting to have their buns just waiting for me.
Buttered.
Yep, and you just be like, okay, fine. If you do it first, the part's yours.
Exactly.
And then next thing you know,
and
I'm going to be in all the Lord of the Rings.
I'm not even trying to be like unsensitive to that, but
it
does play a role in like I said, there's a thin line between taking it as a compliment because the guy looks a certain way, and then if they look like fucking what's his name from Seinfeld,
or they look like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, I was just trying to put the image of the dude from Seinfeld. What's his, Newman?
Oh yeah, Newman.
If Newman says like,
hello Newman,
yeah,
hello Jerry,
somebody like that, then it's like, oh my God, he's harassing me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's.
But that's also in daily life too.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's in daily life. That's like you could. I'm not saying you personally, but like it's relatable to your workplace.
Yeah, and then you also got it like, but then if the tables were turned,
right,
and a guy was just like to some ugly chick like, yeah, no, leave me alone, and be like, you're so mean.
Yeah,
she just has feelings for you. Why are you being this way? He's like, nah, she's trying to rape me.
Mm-hmm.
She's.
Well, I mean, I could tell you a story because I didn't take it as harassment because I knew it was this old lady who was, and she was a lesbian. So.
No, but I'm talking about in regards to like.
But there was a like I didn't consider it harassment because I was like, I could fight her off.
Yeah.
If it came down to it, but she would like grab my butt sometimes, and I was like, okay, and she would say like, goofy stuff like, oh, if you like something, because she was like, I'm a little overweight. So my belly sticks out a little bit. She's like, oh, well, if you got something good, you got to put a roof over it. And that shit made me laugh.
Whoa, that's a little.
Yeah, but
that's just weird. All right.
Yeah, but
that's just,
but
you got something good, you need to put a roof over it.
If you got something good, you got to put a roof over it.
Be like, okay, you say so.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I didn't take it. I mean, if it was somebody who was, like all for it, and like they would have been like, oh, that's harassment.
Hey, Juan, let me see what you're working with under that roof.
Yeah. Show me that tool.
Yeah. Show me what you're hiding in there.
Show me what you're working with.
So let's see. Besides, you got, the Red Shoe Club, which, dude, it was really hard to find stuff on them. Usually, like, even if there's, like, some fake, bullshit, you can at least find something. And it was really hard to find anything on them.
I don't know if this was... it was probably done on purpose, the Ronald McDonald thing, to throw everybody...
Oh, yeah.
Because, it's like, well, they're talking about a Red Shoes. Let's start a Red Shoe charity. So whenever somebody looks up on Google, Red Shoes Club, Red Shoe, Society, and the name of the society is the Red Shoe Society.
Yes.
And it's the Ronald McDonald Club.
But I could see Ronald McDonald being part of it, too.
Yeah.
I can see him being...
Really, Ronald?
You want to have some of that Happy Meal? Yeah, he offering a Happy Meal and some special McNuggets to those kids. Look at my red shoes. Here's a toy. Like that's why there's a toy and a Happy Meal.
You want that secret sauce? On
yes,
your
there
Big
you go.
Mac?
Yeah, it was the Big Mac secret sauce for the longest time.
Yeah.
Now they sell it in little packets.
we're turning Ronald McDonald into a monster.
Yeah, dude. I mean, for the longest time,
he made so many kids
like
overweight.
when they had the Grimace toy, it looked like a butt plug.
That's true. Yeah.
The Hamburglar.
Speaking of Grimace,
the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just sneaking into people's houses, eating some burgers, like watching them.
He's watching them for a fact.
Mayor McCheese is just hanging out. He's like, I don't know.
Did you see the whole thing they did with the Grimace shake though for the Grimace birthday? I mean, since you brought Grimace up, with the whole like, oh, happy birthday, Grimace, and they have the shake and they're like, they're having convulsions or they die or whatever. Yeah. Fucking people, man, they take that shit way too far.
I know.
It's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, they're recording themselves, and then it's like, who's recording after you allegedly died?
Well, they didn't die.
Yeah, it's pretty. It was funny though. It's like, hey, let's start something new. So next, well, we have the other groups. The one that I really like was the 27 Club, because I always thought I was gonna be part of that club.
Oh, come on.
Before I was 27, I was like, ooh, I'm getting there. Gotta get famous before I hit the 27.
Well, so a little bit about, the 27 Club. The 27 Club is a list of mainly popular musicians or artists that all died at the age of 27.
Yes.
And it's remains a cultural phenomenon, with many celebrities who die at 27 noted for their high risk lifestyles. And it all kind of goes back to the blues artist Robert Johnson, who he created this. Well, he made the songs "The Crossroads," which then Eric Clapton made famous.
Yeah.
And so Robert Johnson was a blues guitar player, very mediocre, and actually like not all that great. Like he was really just kind of like, And then one day he just pops up and just like has this set at this club down in, I think it was like Louisiana or Mississippi or whatever, and just blows everybody away. They're like, whoa, what the fuck happened with this dude?
Yeah.
Like 7 months after they saw him and he sucked, he comes back and he's just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, they even made a movie around that.
Yes.
The Crossroads movie.
Yes.
With
So basically, it was he went to the Crossroads and sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah.
And was able to make, because I think his actual like music career was only like 2 years long, and then he died at the age of 27.
Yeah.
And then you got Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones.
Yep.
He died.
Up into him. Yeah.
I'm not really too keen on his death, on what happened. Jimi Hendrix, he died at 27.
OD.
But here's the thing, dude. I was just listening to a thing about his death and how weird it was, because he wasn't. His biggest thing is he had insomnia.
Okay.
So he took a whole bunch of
pills?
his girlfriend's sleeping pills, and the only thing he drank was red wine. He was a wine drinker.
Yeah.
And when they did the autopsy and everything on him, they found out that he had red wine in his lungs. So it's like he drowned from wine in his lungs, which is kind of weird, because then they're like, well, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
And they feel like there was a conspiracy that there was actually somebody was there to kill him.
Yeah, it's kind of like the thing around Kurt Cobain with the shotgun.
Yeah.
How it's like there was no way he could have made that shot, especially like they said he would have had to pull the trigger with his toe or some shit like that.
Well, let's finish going through the timeline and we'll kind of catch up to him.
Yeah.
Because then you got Janis Joplin. I mean, who was she was high as balls, fucking 24/7.
Yeah.
And
happy though.
Then Jim Morrison, same thing. He was all fucking out there. And they all so Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison all died at the age of 27 between 1969 and 1971. So 2 years, those 4 fucking people died, all at the age of 27. Like, that's pretty significant. Yeah. And I wouldn't just say like I wouldn't say that it's all coincidental. Like 4 major musicians die in 2 years.
Yeah.
And they all try to play it off as a similar way. And then you got, Kurt Cobain, who, like, it was when they kind of did the, like, not reenactment, but kind of like they retold the story of how he killed himself. There was so much shit in his system that it would have been physically impossible to walk from one end of the house, go down the stairs to the garage, up the stairs, into the attic where he was at, write a note in 2 different handwritings, and then kill himself. Like, that made no sense to me whatsoever either.
Yeah.
Then you had Amy Winehouse.
Yep.
She was also 27. She died. That was also drug related.
Yeah.
Who else? You got Anton Yelchin, who was in a punk rock band and a film actor.
Yeah.
Jean-Michel Basquiat.
There was a rapper too in there I saw.
Yeah, there's a here. So there's a lot of people. I mean, you got
Here it says, "Have you seen all 54 musicians?" So there's quite a bit.
well, yeah, here I have here. Actually, this goes back to the 27 Club. Can go back to November 10th back to 1892 with Alexander Levy, who was a composer and pianist. Then Louis Chauvin, 1908. He was a ragtime musician. Rupert Brooke was a poet. Robert Johnson, the blues singer. Ghazi of Iraq was the king of Iraq back in 1939. Nat Jaffe, a swing jazz pianist. Jesse Belvin, he was also a singer-songwriter. Rudy Lewis was a vocalist. Joe Henderson, Malcolm Hale, Dickie Pride. Then you got Brian Jones.
Linda Jones, too.
Let's see. We'll skip over a few of these people and see if there's anybody that really of note here. So
I think you got most of the ones that are
the ones that people really know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows with the
I mean the ones that were like. So I'm looking at these people and like
that affected our childhood.
Like I don't know any of these people.
Like D. Boone, Alexander Bashlichev.
Valentin Elizalde was a Mexican banda singer. He was murdered.
Valentin Elizalde, yeah. He's popular in Mexico. He was gunned down though.
Oh, yeah. Dash Snow was an artist. Shot was a Russian rapper.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling you about.
Oh, Kim Jong-hyun, vocalist and lyric of Shiny. Tyler Skaggs, American baseball pitcher. Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember that one. Murda Killer.
Yeah.
Walkie, Russian battle rapper. Young Trappa, another Russian rapper. And Julian Figueroa was the last one of the 27th Club, which is a singer, actor, and composer.
Julian Figueroa?
Yeah. Born May 27th, 1995. Died April 2nd, 2023.
Fredo Santana.
So that, yeah, and then there's other conspiracies about, this 27 Club. Like you got Miley Cyrus when she was 26.
Yeah.
She, turned to sobriety as far as just getting off of a lot of the crazy drugs that she was on and drinking and stuff when she was 26. So she made that change before she turned 27.
She kind of got
to make sure she wasn't part of the 27 Club. And then there was another one with Ariana Grande. She was very promiscuous and everything in her early ages. And when was it 26? She met this like millionaire buku money dude and got married and changed everything around. So it's correlations with a lot of people. Like right at their 26th birthday, they either change and they avoid being part of the 27th Club.
Yeah.
Or they become part of the 27 Club because they keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And there's always been like conspiracies into there's, somebody, behind the curtain that is making sure that these people die at 27. The CIA might have been involved in some of them.
Well, see, at that point,
the conspiracy was that part of it with Jimi Hendrix was that the CIA killed him.
Probably. I mean, we don't know, but the one thing I was thinking about is, and this is just like a personal opinion, like they did the 27 Club, and they're like, okay, everybody's starting to catch on, so now they do it at different times.
Yeah,
because there's other celebrity deaths that made no fucking sense. Like you got Michael Jackson, who died from
his doctor.
Yeah, and then you got Prince, who was like fucking starting to like voice stuff about the music industry before he died. You got Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington.
Yeah, who were trying to expose pedophiles.
Yeah, they were doing a documentary on pedophilia, and I don't know exactly if it was just in like Hollywood or just pedophilia in general. But yeah, they were doing their documentary, and then Chester allegedly hung himself, something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines.
And then Chris Cornell also unalived himself, which were pretty like they're like, why would you do that if you're in the middle of because they said it was like some of the most important work in their life.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it even had a thing where his wife or whatever was like, yeah, he was one of the happiest people, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
that he did that.
and I think they said, which doesn't make sense. They said Eddie Vedder didn't show up to the funeral. I think it was Eddie Vedder, because they were tight,
Yeah.
Temple of the Dog, and they were from the same like grunge era, blah blah blah. I forgot who was the fourth guy, but it was like Kurt Cobain, Scott Weiland.
Yeah,
but he OD'd too.
Well,
but I don't think that one's a mystery.
No, that's pretty clear. That dude had a terrible battle with
drug addiction,
with heroin.
Mm-hmm. Love this beer, man. It's so good. Why are you making that face?
So yeah, in 2017, the Wayne County Medical Examiner released an autopsy on Chris Cornell, reporting the death of Cornell as consistent with hanging partially suspended by the resistance exercise band, and drugs did not contribute to the cause of death. Only prescription medications and therapeutic doses were found in Cornell's system. So it's not like he was
high.
He was doing his normal shit of, he had his sedative treatment for his headache, his anti-anxiety medication, a decongestant, and a metabolite, and caffeine.
Yeah.
So, and then they also, once it looks like whoever got on scene gave him Narcan just to see if that would help. So Narcan, kind of counteracts opioid overdoses.
Yeah, but
so
he wasn't.
But no,
he was no OD.
No, so that was the only that was the toxicology report that was listed from the Wayne County Medical Examiner.
Yeah, so strangulation, basically.
Yeah, He was injuries consistent to hanging.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy if you're in the middle of something. But I mean, who knows what was going on in his head, or somebody else's head while they were holding him down by the neck, very, very hard.
Yeah, I mean, and you can even go into I'm gonna look at Chester Bennington's death and how they brought that up too. Oh, this one's really short. Okay, he was found dead at his home, and the coroner ruled his death suicide by hanging, and that's all they had of his.
So now we're doing the hanging club.
Yeah. But I mean, just to be like, how, they're at such peaks of their careers and everything's going in such a great way, or they're working on something so important, why would they do this to themselves?
Yeah.
And I mean, you can even try to maybe even incorporate, Heath Ledger into that group too. He didn't even get to see Batman come out.
No.
And he fucking, put on this crazy performance where he completely embraced that character.
Yeah, but Jack Nicholson spoken about that. He said he's like, I warned him. Like, if you're going down that.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're,
because he was like method, dude.
Yeah, well, I know, but I'm just talking about you put such a piece out there that you'd want to see it.
Yeah. And
what comes of it. And then to have fucking the Olsen twin fucking there, your wife and kid or your daughter, your kid, whatever's back in Australia, and you have a fucking Olsen twin at your fucking apartment. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's just weird.
Yeah. It is pretty weird, man. But yeah, those like I said, I think they're like the 27 Club. I'm guessing the people behind the curtain were like, hey, people are catching on that we're doing this when they're only 27.
Yeah. Let's spread it around a little bit. Let's have somebody be 31.
Yeah.
Or 40 maybe. Let's go to you have some 40-year-olds. Nobody gives a shit about if a 40-year-old dies. Yeah. But that 27 kind of hits you hard.
27 does hit hard, man.
I don't know. So then let's move on to, I have a couple of people here that I thought was pretty interesting, and I want to read a little bit of people's theories behind this.
Yeah.
And this is actors and actresses who sold their souls to the devil to become famous.
Kardashians, for sure, 100%.
So, well, I'm just gonna I'll skip around in this list, but I'll start with who is number 1 on this list. Number 1 on this list is Adam Sandler.
He seems like such a nice guy, though.
So, but here I'm gonna read why this synopsis of why they think he sold his soul to the devil, and it goes on to, I don't get this guy. I'll never get this guy. I don't know why people find funny about his movies. This guy is and always will be an enigma to me. He was pretty good on SNL, but how he turned his average talent into a huge film career completely escapes me. People have tried to explain why he is successful and just don't get it. I can write the same crap he puts into films. If you like this guy, don't try to explain it to me. I won't be able to understand. I'm completely stumped. Because he is just like a regular dude. Like,
yeah.
You know, and some of the stuff, like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go back and see his early stuff, he wasn't like funny, but he was funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and he was always. I'm not justifying. I mean, he might have done it. He could have got together with the Beelzebub and signed in blood, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, I think that's a bit of a reach. Yeah. I mean, because he's not a bad actor.
No,
and he does have some funny movies. I mean, for me, he dropped off when he started doing more like family-oriented movies. Yeah, I was like, this is kind of like not my type of humor. Like Big Daddy, I wasn't a huge fan. Or Mr. Deeds, like they have funny moments, but they weren't the best work he ever did.
No, that's true.
But like Billy Madison was fucking amazing. Happy Gilmore, love that movie, man.
I like this one. Number 4 on this list.
We're just gonna skip 2 and 3
because I mean they don't really
say the names at least.
So number 2 is Miley Cyrus.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like the epitome of below average singer, below average looking, and below average talent.
I will say this: Miley Cyrus can't sing, dude. She can.
Oh yeah, I know.
She's got a good voice.
Oh, I know.
I think that's just like
this one
opinion oriented.
So number 3, I don't agree with. Number 3 is Ashton Kutcher. I don't believe that he sold his soul to be famous because he does a lot of things that go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Like all the organizations and things because he's involved in
like Good Work.
No, but he's involved in which one is it? It's is it Missing Children? There's a
like he does.
There's an organization that he's part of where I have to look it up.
It's kind of like charitable type work.
No, it's not charitable. It's like he's part of a group that they run centers to like find. I don't want to get it wrong because I really want to say what it is.
You want to defend him?
Well, no, because it's really good work. Yeah, all right, here. So he does. It's called Thorn, Digital Defenders of Children, and it works to address sexual exploitation in children and proliferation of child pornography on a global scale. So he works with law enforcement and all these other people to combat that.
Doesn't mean he didn't sell.
Yeah, I know, but that's a big thing.
No, I hear
you. And then he does a lot of work for his twin brother, who what is it?
Adam Sandler does a lot of work for people too. Like he keeps these other dudes famous.
All right, but his brother has like I forgot what, not genetic disease, but his twin brother is not sick.
Is he like the good-looking Bart, and then he's got
his brother has cerebral palsy.
Okay,
and is just like that.
Yeah,
and his brother takes care of him, or Ashton Kutcher takes care of him. So
gotcha.
The Thorn thing, that's pretty cool. So I kind of feel like if you sold your soul to the devil, you wouldn't be doing something to combat sexual exploitation.
True.
So,
or maybe he's kind of like the Matt Damon in The Departed, looking for himself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see.
But just really quick, Ashton Kutcher is funny.
Oh yeah.
Like if you ever saw that '70s show.
Yes.
Dude, he's one of the reasons I watched that show.
Yes.
Because he was like he played an idiot so well, and everybody bought it because they're like, oh, this dude's like a model, an airhead, blah blah blah, and he's actually like a smart dude.
Yeah. All right, so number 5 is Vin Diesel.
Yeah, that one I buy.
6 is Keanu Reeves.
I don't think Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is like a good dude, man. Everybody's got him.
Number 7 is Kristen Stewart. And I like this. It goes, if all it takes to be a great actor is to have a look on your face like someone just farted, then she's freaking Meryl Streep. Then you got Robert Pattinson.
I'm not a fan of Pattinson, but
neither.
he's I like respect where respect is due. He is a good actor. I'm just not into his work.
Yeah. Number 9 and 10 are Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Yeah, how are they?
I don't know how they could sell their soul at birth. You know, unless their parents were like, "Hey, they don't want their souls. You could take and make them famous."
Maybe they were those child sacrifices, but they're like, just don't kill them, exploit them.
Yeah. Kevin James.
Oh, I buy that one 100%.
Poor man's Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I dislike him.
Owen Wilson.
Don't buy it. No.
Vince Vaughn.
No, don't buy it.
Rihanna.
No.
No, I don't buy that one.
No, because like the last 3 you've mentioned have actual talent.
Yeah. Hayden Christensen.
No.
I would say no because he never really
boomed.
He had some good. He was in some movies.
Yeah.
But it was never like he was put out there like we have to keep him going.
Like yeah, like who's big right now?
Then you got Hilary Duff.
No, I think she was one of those childhood stars that was not pushed to the limit.
Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, that's a good one. I love me some Nick Cage.
Here with this one, I don't think he would be one to sell his soul to be famous because of his family.
True.
Because he's with him being a Coppola, it was just kind of in the cards.
And the fact that he hid that.
Yeah, he changed it so that nobody knew it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would be like, nah, I don't think so.
No. And I mean, the dude is wacky, and I love Nick Cage, dude. He's one of my faves.
So I was listening to who was it? I forgot what podcast it was in, but Pauly Shore was on there, and Pauly Shore is Nick Cage's neighbor. Like they're neighbors. And one day, they were talking, and Nick's like, "Hey, dude, you wanna go for a drive?"
Yeah. And
he's like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "All right, dude. The only thing I ask is that you don't post any pictures of us or, say anything or
I think
anything."
I saw that interview.
And he's like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm just not a big social media guy. It's like I just like being left alone."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, so I never take any pictures or anything, but he's really my neighbor, and like we hang out all the time. He's a really cool dude." Yeah. This next one, I kind of believe.
Who's this?
Tyler Perry.
Medea? Yeah.
Like I could see, dude, like the compound that this fucking dude has, and like there's the one picture of him where they show like it looks like here go just type into Google. It's like Tyler Perry's face is a mask, and just look at that picture. That's just really crazy looking.
Mask?
No, like Tyler Perry's face is a mask.
Is a mask.
Yes. And there's another. It's
yes, I know.
Mask. That is an ask.
Oh.
Tyler Perry's face is an ask.
Let me ask you a question.
There.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you could try to find it in images, like there's an image of it, and it looks like here, see, like click on that one, you can see, like it's separate from his actual face, like it looks like a prosthetic.
It's like the one from the Meghan Markle one at the basketball game, where you like, but then I watched Suits.
See, like,
yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one that freaked me out was when I saw the Meghan Markle one, when they said it was a mask, because it looked like even her eyes wouldn't move. It's like, she would be like this, and like her eyes would pan where her face moved.
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit, and it's creepy. But then, if you saw Suits, she had moments like that in the show too, like maybe one or two, where I was like, okay, cool.
Let's see. This one,
I'm not a fan of Tyler Perry, so
yeah, me neither.
I could buy that one. I mean, this dude's made so much money dressing up as an older lady for like the better half of 2 decades.
Just Google Tyler Perry's house. Look at the size of that fucking thing.
I don't doubt he's got a huge
No, but just like
house of pain.
Look at that fucking thing. Look at that fucking thing, dude.
It looks like a fucking university.
Yes.
So, welcome to Harvard.
I got 3 more on this list of people who sold their souls.
Yeah.
Number 19 is Janine Garofalo.
No, she fell off, dude.
Yeah.
I think she was just a model who was good at acting.
She wasn't a model.
She wasn't a model?
She was a stand-up comedian.
Oh,
Janine Garofalo, dude.
I'm thinking of Gina Gershon. Sorry.
Oh, no. Janine Garofalo.
No. She was... Yeah, she fell off. She was funny, but...
Yeah, but she didn't have, like...
Yeah, she wasn't huge.
No. Steven Seagal.
Nah. He's into some weird shit, but I don't think he would.
Yeah. And the last one on this list at number 21 is Rob Schneider.
I don't think so.
And I don't know. Oh, this is funny. He goes, he's only on this list by proxy. He actually sold his soul to Adam Sandler, who in turn sold his soul to the devil.
Oh, if that's the case, you got David Spade and who else? Not Nick Swardson. Nick Swardson's funny as hell.
You have David Spade, Rob Schneider, Kevin James, Chris Rock, everybody who's in Daddy's whatever. What's our what's those shows? Grown Ups. Yeah.
Yeah, but those are like, and they joke about that. They say like, "Hey, Adam Sandler, when are we doing another movie? We need money."
Yeah, I know.
Because Adam Sandler's the only one that's like making money or making movies outside of
That was the joke with was it David Spade, where they're like, "Hey, did you get the car?"
Oh yeah.
He's like, "What? Was it Maseratis or Lambos?"
I think it was Maseratis.
He's like, "Did you get the car?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, Chris Rock called him. He's like, "Bro,
Adam Sandler bought me a car."
Adam Sandler bought me a car. He's like, "Oh, he did? What'd you get?" He goes, "Dude, he sent me like a Maserati. It was either like a Maserati, Lamborghini,
it was a really
Ferrari or something.
car.
Whatever it was a really expensive car." And he's like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, he got it for me. You didn't get yours yet?" He's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." And then he goes outside and like the truck is just pulling up. And they're like, "Here you go, Mr. Spade. Here's your car."
Yeah.
And it was like a fucking Honda Accord or whatever he's talking about.
Yeah, I heard that story. David Spade told that, I think, in like a couple of interviews.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. But I mean, if you think about that, like that whole group, Kevin James had his show.
Mm-hmm. The King of Queens.
Yeah, I was never a fan of that. But the other guys were like SNL alum.
Well, see, like I didn't mind King of Queens. I had its moments where it was a pretty decent show.
I just don't find them funny.
No, I mostly watched it for what's her name, Leah Remini, or whatever her name is. That's who I kind of I only watched the show to look at her.
Wasn't she Vince Vaughn's wife in Old School?
Yes. and then she also escaped from Scientology.
Yes. Yeah. She was one of the ones who escaped.
So
it's pretty
crazy. Pretty crazy stuff. And and the one guy that, like, I kind of I couldn't stand fucking Ben Stiller's dad.
Oh, Frank Stiller?
Yeah, like he just got on my nerves sometimes with that.
Because you're always screaming.
Yeah, I just be like, ugh.
Festivus.
I just be like, all right, you're not, can you just go away for a while? Like, could we just have an episode where he's not in it?
He's all right. I like him.
Yeah, but after a while, I'll just kind of be like, oh god.
Well, I never watched like Seinfeld like all the way through. Like I would watch episodes here and there. When it was on like Fox back in the day, when like before like we would get into like cable and Cartoon Network and all that shit.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, well, because it was on like when we got home from school.
Yeah,
it was on there, and you're like, well, it was a little bit later. But I mean, but you were like, all right, well, what else is on right now? Like, watch Seinfeld.
Yeah, Or Martin. I used to watch The Fresh Prince of Martin at night. Like at 10.
It's The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What did I say?
You said The Fresh Prince of Martin.
Oh. No, I said the Fresh Prince and Martin.
No, he said,
okay, whatever.
The way you said, you're like, I used to watch the Fresh Prince of Martin.
It's 9% of that VOO-DOO Ranger.
I watched that Fresh Prince of Martin. It's good.
No, I used to watch Fresh Prince and Martin.
You got to watch.
Shanae.
You got to watch Bel Air on Peacock. I think it's on Peacock.
Oh, it's the show about like how he.
Well, it's like a modern take
on the Fresh
Prince of Bel Air.
I think I saw some.
It's pretty good.
Of it.
I liked it.
Well, it's like a little bit more serious.
Yeah, I didn't finish watching the last season, but it's really good.
Do they got the Carlton with the dance?
Not dancing. No, it's a different take on it. So he's not. I mean, he's not goofy. So you know how in the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Carlton was more like a goof,
nerdy guy.
Yeah, like this guy, he's really really smart, but he's really really athletic.
Carlton
in Bel Air.
Yeah.
So he's a really smart kid who is athletic in lacrosse. He plays lacrosse.
Well, Carlton, like Alfonso Rivera, was always like they never said what sport he played, but he was like athletic.
Yeah, but
like he had that build.
But they never had him doing
like
any
sport.
Like if he played basketball, he would fucking
suck.
Yeah, this kid is good in sports.
Okay,
he's really good at sports. He's really smart. He's president in all these clubs, like it was in the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah,
it's just that he's more of like he's a popular guy who has like a drug problem.
Yeah,
he's addicted to pills and like anxiety medications and stuff like that.
No, he might join that club with Cornell and.
But it's pretty cool. It's I actually liked that take of it.
Yeah.
And what's his name? The Jeffrey, the butler.
Yeah.
So in Bel Air, he's not really a butler. He's like he has to be like former like British like special ops.
So he's like Alfred.
He does like all this like undercover like shit for Uncle Phil, and like uncover dude, and he's badass looking too, dude. He looks like a fucking like here put like Jeffrey from Bel Air.
I could just pull up the cast.
Yes, and he just looks like a badass in the show.
Okay, so we're like getting way off topic.
Yes, but still, it's. I don't know how did we get onto Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
We were talking about...
because we're talking about actors who sold their soul to the devil with Kevin James.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about those dudes. Yeah.
Yes.
So here's the cast. These are the...
Those are the people who are playing the other ones.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to... Hold on one sec. Here we go, cast.
That dude over there at the end.
Okay.
But like when you see him in the show, he's like dressed up all nice and like he's like off.
He's dressed to the nines.
He does all this crazy like secret spy type shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of clips of it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's the kid that plays Carlton, Ali Sholatin or whatever it is.
Charlton.
Yeah. But yeah, he's more of like an athletic like, but he doesn't do the goofy dance.
Oh.
He doesn't do the Carlton dance.
I like the original Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
I haven't seen this one, but
well, I would recommend it. It is a good one to watch.
I used to like James Avery.
Yeah, James Avery was a good one.
Yeah.
The best.
He was Shredder, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Stupid turtles.
All right. So now back to our good old celebrity.
Back on topic.
Things. Yes. Yeah.
We talk about.
Well, here I want to talk about these because these are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We'll get into the Illuminati and like who they supposedly are or were. But before that, there was a group of like blood sacrifices that celebrities made in order to become famous.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be people who were part of the Illuminati or became part of the Illuminati, like that was their initiation into it. And I got a list of a couple people. I only name a few because I don't know some of these guys.
Yeah.
Some like I don't know. Well, okay, I know who they killed, but anyway. So you got Kanye West.
Yeah.
Is number 1 on this list. And
like he's Illuminati?
Blood sacrifices for dollars and fame.
Okay.
So his number 1 on this list, and his victim was his mom, which I don't believe it because her death I think made him crazy.
Yeah, and living with the Kardashians.
But even before that, like, he blamed himself for getting her that plastic surgery.
Yeah, but I feel like he was one of those dudes that was like too aware of what's really going on.
Oh yeah,
and he didn't give a fuck about talking about it. So people started painting him as crazy.
Yes,
because dude, if you go back, that dude's talented, man. Like his shit was fire.
Oh yeah, and the stuff he talks about like is so off the wall that people think it's crazy, but it like if you really think about it, like and I don't.
Do you remember the interview for the I think it was the Katrina hurricane, when he was standing with Mike Myers, and he's like, George Bush doesn't care about black people on live TV.
Yeah,
that dude does not give a fuck.
Oh, I know, and it like because it was even crazier with like how he's like, it's kind of funny how like my bank account got completely depleted and nobody told me.
Oh, that was Kim.
Oh no! When he got when Nike took all his shit back.
Oh yeah.
And they got rid of him but it's just like, but you look at like, regardless of your political idealations or beliefs or anything, but like people portrayed Donald Trump as fucking crazy too. But a lot of the shit he was saying was true.
Yeah.
Like he was uncovering things.
There's the thing that keeps popping up on TikTok about like the 8 most hated men because they speak the truth, and it's like Donald Trump, that dude that was like a real alpha macho type dude. I forget his name. I think he's like Middle Eastern, bald dude.
Oh, Andrew Tate.
Yeah, Andrew Tate. I think who else is on there? I think Elon Musk is on there. Kanye, I think, is on there. I haven't really looked at the picture, but it's like these are the most hated, like influential men because they speak whatever's on their mind or what they know is actually going on.
Yeah,
and they're just like, deal with it.
Yep. Oh yeah, dude. Like when Trump came in and did what he did to the government, it was kind of like, yeah, this is what's going on. It's all fucked up, and we need to change it.
But did you see when he okay, so you know how when there's a transition from one president to the next, they go in and the president that's on his way out talks to the new president behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And they showed it. It's like if you look at it, you could actually see it. Trump goes in all smiles and laughs, and when they open the door, he's all like fucking serious, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's like they told him aliens are real, magic bullets are real, so be careful with that. All this other crazy shit. You know?
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't know exactly what they told him, but even Chappelle made a joke about it. He's like, you could tell he got sunned, dude.
Oh yeah,
he got sunned hard.
And then he was now. I think he got to the point where he's like, people need to know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, put yourself in that position. If you had all this knowledge, and you knew what was real and what wasn't, and you knew that some of that stuff was going to freak people out.
Oh yeah, but I know. But aside from that stuff, I think he saw how fucked up things were being ran.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, we need to change like a lot of shit.
Well, it's like, he knows this, or he should know this.
Well, he did the one thing that politicians don't do, and he ran it like a business. Yeah. Because if you're going to run the country, you need to run it like a business.
Because it is a business.
Yes, but you need to, the whole thing from top to bottom.
You're the capitalist economy.
Yeah, you're the CEO of a business.
Yeah,
and what you need to do is cut cost and increase revenue.
Yeah,
the best way to do it is you get rid of outsourcing.
Farming out.
When you're outsourcing your materials to other countries and you're paying them to make shit that you can make here, you make it here. And you sell it here, you don't have to worry about all of the other shit.
Well, that's what Mexico did with the gasoline. That's why gasoline is so much more expensive in Mexico than it is. And gasoline can be made in Mexico, but there was that treaty back in like 91 or some shit like that, where the president at that time, Cortari, I think it was, basically like sold them out. Yeah. Sold the refineries out to Texas or some shit. And it's like, okay, we're going to sell you all the raw product. You refine it and sell it back to us. And it's like, are you fucking stupid?
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when it's like we're why are we gonna sell or why are we gonna pay China all this money to make shit that could be made here.
Because
so that's when that's when he put in like those tax incentives and everything else for those companies to bring that shit back to the United States, and a lot of them did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, that's a good thing. Like, you want your shit made here to be sold here, so then you're making the product, selling the product, and getting the benefits of that product.
What was he doing?
No, he wasn't doing that. He was.
What was he doing?
He was never. No, it wasn't doing that. I think.
Say it. He was making America great again.
I'm not going to say that. But my thing is that he was running it the way a business should be ran, because he's like, all right, look, we're going to stop cutting. We're going to cut our expenses of giving money out there.
How many times did he go into bankruptcy though? Like twice.
Yeah, but a lot. But if you look at it, how many companies go bankrupt, dude? How many people go bankrupt and then come back, build something up again, and then go bankrupt and then build something up again, and now have this stream of money that will never go away, right? So I mean, part of being an entrepreneur and being successful is failure, success. No, but failure, success,
learning from your mistakes.
failure, success, and you keep learning, and you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. Like that's the American way, dude. I know.
Yeah.
But isn't it? Yeah, like I know. I mean, you can get into him being part of these conspiracies too.
Well, there's and I'm gonna steal this from Game of Thrones. With Tyrion Lannister said, when you fail, you don't start from zero. You start from experience.
Exactly. So I mean, you look at him like when he got elected, as president, there was two sides that I thought, I'm like, all right, the elites did it.
Yeah.
They got their guy in the office, the rich white dude who has connections all over the world. He got elected. This is the New World Order. This is the Bilderberger Group. This is the Illuminati. This is everybody. He's going to come in and do the New World Order and have everything under one government to rule everybody, and everything's going to go that way.
Yeah.
But then he flipped that coin, dude, and was like, yeah, no, this shit's fucked up. This shit's fucked up. That shit over there is fucked up. And, dude, the shit here, he goes, you don't even want to know how fucked up this place is. Our own house is fucked up.
Yeah.
He goes, and we need to clean house. And they didn't like that, and that's why that fucking stupid-ass shit happened, and we got a puppet in office now.
Who can't remember his own name?
We have a meat sack. We have an old ball sack as our president, and a piece of shit vice president who the only reason she got where she was at is because she fucked everybody in California.
Well, there's that, and there's the.
So I mean, and you got you have Skeletor, fucking still in office. Fucking what's her name?
Kamala?
No, Kamala's the vice president. No, fucking the chick that's Speaker of the House.
Pelosi.
Yeah. Fucking Skeletor still all hopped up on fucking Quaaludes and shit, just like, like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, she just rants.
But anyway,
I would like to see her. I'd like to see her go head to head with somebody like Shapiro.
Oh yeah, they would get destroyed.
Yeah,
because these guys come in or Charlie Kirk, or what's her name?
Jordan Peterson. But
I'm thinking of
Kevin Smith would even fucking destroy her.
Oh yeah, no, but what the hell's her name that I'm thinking of? I can't.
You say like somebody like Ann Coulter?
No. Candace Owens.
Okay.
Candace Owens would fucking destroy her.
Yeah.
I love Candace Owens. She's amazing. Actually, her, Charlie Kirk, Shapiro, Peterson, all of them. Like, yeah, I am on the conservative side of things, but like, if you just listen to them and be like, yeah, this is what's really going on.
This is what's happening.
But so back to our lovely list of blood sacrifices. Number two on the list. Number two,
really on number two?
Is Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
His blood sacrifices was his father and Static Major. I have no idea. I know who Lil Wayne is. No idea who the fuck.
To the window, to the wall.
Yeah, I don't know who Static Major is, but
no.
I don't know. Lil Wayne. I don't know.
No, I think he was he I don't want to say he modified rapping, but he kind of like he changed it a little bit to where it was more mainstream, let's say, where it wasn't so hardcore and all like fuck this, fuck that. It was more like danceable, let's say.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Number 3, I wholeheartedly believe this motherfucker had somebody killed, sold his soul, everything. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He was a fucking drug dealer. And then became a rapper and is now one of the richest fucking people on planet Earth.
And you know what's funny? When all his albums dropped, they were supposed to be number 1. They never made it to number 1 because somebody always... Like, I think it was mostly like Eminem. Yeah. His albums would be on top, or Puff Daddy or somebody else would push his to second.
Yeah. Now, I don't know this guy. If you can go to the Googs and put his name in. I know who his Blood Sacrifice is, but I never heard of him. Damon Dash.
That doesn't sound familiar.
But his Blood Sacrifice was Aaliyah.
Ooh.
So I don't know who Damon Dash is.
He might be like a Suge Knight kind of dude.
It's Damon. And at the end.
Come on, man. You know my keyboard beats.
Damo Dash.
Damon.
DoorDash. You're on TikTok.
Ooh, how the fuck? I didn't even open TikTok, dude.
There you go. That's the one you need to be on.
I know, but I didn't even open it.
That's weird.
Damon
Dash. You forgot the N again.
I know, dude. I told you.
So he's an American entrepreneur. Let's see. Damon Anthony Dash, American entrepreneur and record executive, best known co-founder of Rockefeller Records.
Oh,
with Jay-Z.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so he needed to knock
blood
off
sacrifice
Aaliyah in order for
be a. Rockefeller Records is pretty big too. So.
Oh yeah, I know. And they also have like a sports management agency too. Here's another one. James Prince. Can you put that one in? I don't know who James Prince is.
Is that Freddie Prinze Jr. dad? No, that's Freddie Prinze Jr.
No. Yeah. This is James Prince, and his blood sacrifice was Pimp C. So he's another American music executive.
Yeah.
What label did he have? CEO, co-founder of Houston-based record label Rap-A-Lot. Smith and his son Jazz are known for introducing Canadian rapper Drake to Lil Wayne and helping Drake sign Young Money Entertainment in 2009.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not going to talk about somebody I don't even know.
Yeah, I have no idea about him. So Damon Dash, James Prince, no idea. The next one, number 6, is T.I. And his blood sacrifice was his cousin.
T.I.
I don't know if it's his cousin and Dalla or his cousin Dalla.
Isn't he like a comedian?
No, T.I. was a rapper, dude. Right there. American rapper T.I. He's he's an actor, and he was in the movie Atlanta or ATL. He was in the movie ATL.
No, he was in Babysitter, Killer Babysitter or whatever, Babysitter Queen or whatever. Yeah, he's funny.
He's all right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that much about him, so.
Me either. Yeah, you're right though. I do remember him being a rapper.
Yes. Number 7 is Suge Knight.
That dude would probably try to kill the devil.
And his blood sacrifice was Tupac.
Nah, doubt it.
Yeah.
I think that was.
I think that hurt him. I think that hurt him more than help him.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think Tupac's dead, dude. He's fucking all the shit he was recording. Another album just got released from Tupac. He's been dead for 18 years.
That's. Well, it's like Prince has a vault of unreleased music.
Oh yeah.
So Tupac could have done something similar. I don't want to say a vault, but maybe he had a couple of. And they even did it. Something like that on a Chappelle show where it's like the new Tupac song is like, Dave, your wife is waiting. He's trying to mac on some girl at the club.
Number 8. Now this one's a possibility.
Yeah.
This one could be a possibility, and he could be a really good actor at showing how sad he is. But this dude fucking blew up after this death. Like he was really good while this other dude was alive, but as soon as this dude fucking died, skyrocketed. And I'm pretty sure he's a billionaire now, or close to being a billionaire. Diddy.
Oh yeah. His blood sacrifice was
Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, I believe that one, because How many? Okay, so between you and me, we're not big rap dudes.
Yeah.
How many P Diddy songs do you know?
2.
Exactly, and he's still. But I think he's like he's a producer and all.
But he has Ciroc.
Yeah.
So he had the alcohol, but
he's
dude,
like a huge business guy.
Yeah, but he's really big into business. So but the Every Breath You Take song.
Yeah.
How big that thing's still being played now.
Yeah.
And it's still getting everywhere you think of.
And the music's not even his.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you incorporate that one song catapulted him, and people will buy his shit no matter what.
Yeah.
You know.
Was he one of the guys that started FUBU, I think? No,
FUBU was just what's his name? That's on Shark Tank.
Or Echo. Echo was another brand.
I don't think. Let me see. I don't know if it was Echo. I know he did something. He did some fashion label. Yeah. I mean, he really became a big entrepreneur, like big time after that.
Yeah.
But let me see. Sean Combs. So he's a rapper, an actor, record producer. Yeah, he even acted. He was in a shit ton of movies too.
Yeah, I saw him in Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah,
which he was funny in that.
So let's see. He was a producer for Mary J. Blige, Usher,
MGK, I think too.
He might have been. Let's see. Let's go after that.
Yeah, because in Killshot he mentions Diddy producing for MGK, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then he says, Eminem closes with like, just playing Diddy. I love you.
So here, when it comes to albums, he's only released. Let's see. What? He's only released 4 studio albums.
And you only know 2 songs.
Yeah,
I only know the one.
97, 99, 2001, and 2006 were his only studio albums. So his main thing is just being, I think, producing. Being like producing and then like being part of songs.
Yeah.
You know, I
like
feel
featuring.
I feel like he would hit a couple bars in a song, or he would just produce like a single on somebody else's album.
Kind of like Pitbull.
But like, dude, here for movies, or filmography or whatever, he was in Made.
Yeah.
He was in Monsters Ball. He was in another Carlito's Way like spin-off movie.
Okay.
He was in CSI Miami, Get Him to the Greek, Hawaii Five-0 show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Draft Day, Muppets Most Wanted. He was in Blackish. The Defiant Ones.
So we could say he's been in a few movies.
Yeah, he's been in movies and shows and stuff, but I'm looking at I thought he had his hand in
fashion.
I thought he had part of some.
I thought he had his own clothing line too.
I thought he was just like an investor in one.
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought no, because Echo is Mark Echo.
Okay.
That's that's not him. And then what's it? FUBU is Damon. I want to say Damon James, but I think I'm wrong on that guy. The dude from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
He's the one who created FUBU. I don't know. I just know he makes a lot of money with Ciroc.
What's Ciroc?
His alcohol.
Okay.
I think it's vodka.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but yeah, Diddy's part of that, and he does all the advertising. Like, when he was really getting out there, like his big thing was he did all the commercials.
He did the thing too for MTV to make a celebrity or like rappers, musicians.
Yeah, he did that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, here Ciroc is a vodka. It's a flavored vodka, and he's an equal share venture holder, in the company. So, and he's been involved in that since 2007.
Well, if I like vodka, I'd say let's try it, but it's probably like $1,000 a bottle.
No, it's not expensive.
No,
it's. I mean, it's just the same amount of like the Don Julio and stuff.
Okay,
it's around the same price point.
Range.
But I mean, they have what? Let's see, they have a white grape flavor, pomegranate, watermelon, citrus, black raspberry, summer colada, pink grapefruit. They have a shit ton of flavors.
Yeah.
And let me see. There was more on this death list of people here.
I was about to say, who's the next one, dude? Say, when you dive in, man.
So after that, this one I don't. I mean, I know the guy. I don't know who his death sacrifice is though. Ludacris.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it was gonna be anybody, it should have been Justin Bieber.
And in this last one, so there's this one, and then there's another one that's not on this list that I'll talk about.
Okay.
Number 10 is Lady Gaga, and her blood sacrifice was this chick, Lena Morgana, and they were really good friends, and it was always that Lena Morgana was better than Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
So in order for Lady Gaga to be who she was, she needed to off her.
She needed to go.
And then the other one, I have to find the dude's name because I don't.
This is like a one you personally think?
Well, this is one so I'll give you backstory once I get this guy's name.
Okay. Because
it's what the hell's the dude's name?
Surprised fucking like Cosby didn't make it on that list.
Dude, Cosby made his way with stand up.
True.
His big thing was he was huge on stand up, and then he did the what was the cartoon?
Fat Albert.
Yeah, but what was that show?
Yeah.
He did that cartoon, and then it catapulted him to
The
Cosby Show, and his big thing was about how he wanted the way that he depicted, an African American family. I mean, I loved watching that show, and they would come up with they would cover cultural issues and everything else, and he always wanted to portray a positive image, and he did so many good things, but I mean, he did some really
you know what happened behind
the curtain. He did a lot of good things, but to quote Dave Chappelle, but he also raped. Oh fuck, I can't find. Let me see. Hang on.
But yeah, I mean, I can't name some of these people that I'm thinking of, but there's a couple people that I'm like, how the hell are they famous?
Yeah. Fuck. What is this guy's name? Hang on. I gotta find it because it was really interesting.
Like that chick from Cash Me Outside.
Oh, Bad Baby?
Yeah.
Bad Baby, right?
Yeah, that's her name now.
Yeah. What about her?
Like, how is she famous? Or even, for that matter, fucking Dr. Phil.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people do that. You just wonder how
they made it.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, you ain't going to be talking to my audience like that.
Let's see. Maybe it's this guy. Is it...
Are you looking for a person you don't know?
Yeah. So, well, I can't remember the guy's name.
What was he in? Describe it to me.
All right. So, this is a blood sacrifice involving Leonardo DiCaprio. And there was his one buddy. They would always go to the same auditions with each other. They would always go for the same roles.
I remember you telling me about this a while back.
And whenever they'd go for the same roles, it was like the other dude was like a better actor, but Leo got it based off of either looks or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And there was a birthday party it was Leonardo DiCaprio's birthday party. Mm-hmm. And this dude just fucking randomly went outside and decided to jump off the building.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, Leonardo DiCaprio learned how to act again. And then like The Departed and all those other movies came out and just catapulted him.
But I mean, he wasn't a bad actor. I mean, if you
but it was like his movies, like he wasn't relevant. He had Titanic, and then he really like Here.
Dude, he had the Basketball Diaries. He had What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, but I'm talking about he had those movies, but like
he wasn't the star.
He was there for a while, but then it was just like, holy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like how did that happen?
Well, Titanic catapulted him.
Eh.
It was a big movie, dude.
No, all right, but I'm talking about like you have here. Let me go through where it really took off on his acting career. That I like, at least that I think where he kind of catapulted from being just like normal to then being fucking crazy. So he was in 44 different things. So we'll start off at the beginning. Well, he was in a couple TV shows for like a couple episodes as a kid. He was in Roseanne for one. He was in Growing Pains is where he started out, where he really got his main role was in Growing Pains as a kid.
Yeah.
And in 1993, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Not a main character, just in it. Pretty good. Then he was in the Basketball Diaries in 95. Okay.
That was a good drama movie.
96 was Romeo and Juliet. It was weird.
Yeah, that was a modern take on it.
And then you got, 1997, Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then 1998, an okay role. In The Man in the Iron Mask.
Oh, yeah, he was king.
Yeah. And then you got from 98 to 2002, Gangs of New York.
That was a good movie.
Yes. And then you got Catch Me If You Can. He was okay in. He was, and then The Aviator, which he was all right in. And then in 2006, The fucking Departed, skyrocketed. Blood Diamond, skyrocketed. Body of Lies, skyrocketed. Shutter Island, huge. Inception, huge. Django, Great Gatsby, Wolf of Wall Street, The Revenant, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Don't Look Up. I mean, so it was crazy how it just fucking skyrocketed after
I think
that.
he just got good roles, man. And I've never thought he was a bad actor.
Well, I never thought he was a bad actor, but I mean, just I feel like there was he somehow learned how to be better,
Practice. Because I mean, you remember we read The Great Gatsby in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really pay attention to it, and then I saw the movie, and I'm like, this movie makes no fucking sense either. Because like, what, this other dude's living vicariously through this rich guy, kind of deal. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's I don't understand why it's considered such great literature. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm missing something.
I'm
like
not
To
sure.
Kill a Mockingbird, I could understand.
Yeah,
But The Great Gatsby is like, well, why do I want to read about some fucking Joe Schmo who's living vicariously through his rich ass neighbor, which I don't know how or they were friends or whatever. But it's like, how did they befriend each other?
yeah.
It's like if, I don't know, Vince Vaughn, who's a Chicago actor, would come in and be like, hey man, let's be friends, and I'm gonna take you to all this crazy shit that I do, and you don't have to worry about your life anymore.
Yeah.
And you can fall in love with somebody from my circle and all this other stuff, that's kind of how it went down.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know what happens with The Great Gatsby. Did he die or some shit like that? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I don't know.
It was a while back.
Yeah.
And like I said, I probably read the book kind of ish just to get through. I got the
I don't
notes.
remember much about that book either. It was so long ago.
Yeah. So, that's the list.
That's the list that's on here.
You want to close with something strong?
Well, we got the Illuminati. The whole Illuminati. And
That's true.
I mean, and there's tons of just conspiracies about who's in the Illuminati, because like the Illuminati originally started out like way back in like Europe during the 1700s, I think, which is completely different than what it is now.
Let's close with that before we get into the Illuminati, though.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about, I don't know, let's do like 5 minutes on Epstein.
I'll let you take that over. I am not a fan.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. It's such a mystery, and well, like I said, because the Illuminati, there's some stuff that we could tie into that. While I was doing research for the next episode, which is going to be the Knights Templar,
mm-hmm.
they said like it's connected.
Yeah.
So, because secret societies and whatnot.
Yes.
But yeah, no, the Epstein thing is still like a mystery.
Well, I don't see. I don't think that it's a mystery. I just think that they don't want anybody to know about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's still a mystery, like how it happened, not why it happened. We know he got unalived.
Well, no. I'm talking about the whole thing, like from point A to point B, like why he came up the way he did, how he was able to do everything he was able to do, and then his ultimate demise.
Right.
I mean, there's a couple theories out there. Like one that I think is pretty plausible is that because he was able to basically bullshit his way through a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like he was contacted to be a government agent and to invite these people to this island and have shit on them and blackmail them and get tons of money.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, all these people came to his island. All these fucking people. Prince Edward or whatever the fuck his name is, the dude from England.
Well, there's a bunch of...
The Clintons were on there,
There's a lot of people that were in the Red Shoe Club.
Yeah.
Or allegedly that ended up on
There's a reason why Tom Hanks is a Greek citizen.
No extradition?
Yes. No extradition to the United States because they don't feel that pedophilia is a severe crime.
Oh, no, you can get married with someone they're like 15 or 16.
Yeah, but they won't extradite to U.S. for anything with pedophiles.
Okay.
So, makes you wonder.
There you go.
I hate saying that about Tom Hanks, but,
yeah.
He said some other bullshit reason on why they became citizens of Greece, but...
Well, there's that, and there's another thing with Tom Hanks when the Rona hit, and he got it. They're like... He got it bad to the point where he was supposed to die, and they're like, nah, they saved him.
Yeah.
Like, there was a cure way before we got it.
Oh, yeah.
Or a vaccine, if you will.
Yeah.
Or it could have just been like...
Or here, no, they got the shit that was real to cure it.
Yeah.
We got the shit to get us... Well, I didn't get it. They got the shit to get tracked.
Yeah.
And whenever they flip that switch, whatever happens to you is going to happen to you.
Yeah. But... Yeah.
But
so have you ever seen like the footage of the Epstein Island from like Google Maps and shit?
Mm-hmm.
And there's like bunkers in there.
Oh yeah, dude. And I watched that
crazy.
shit, that fucked up documentary.
Yeah.
So when I went with the Epstein thing, the one thing that really pisses me off, and yes, she was a victim, but at the same time, she needs to be held accountable for the shit she did. Was that girl that him and Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever her name is, recruited, that first girl. And then she kept on bringing other girls to him.
Yeah.
Like that, because he'd be like, oh, I'll pay you, $500 a time. But if you bring me another girl, you'll get $200 every time she shows up.
Yeah.
So now she's like, oh, cool, I don't have to fuck no more. He'll give me money just because I brought another girl. So she... needed to be some
accomplice.
Yeah, because after a point, like, you have to realize
shit's
fucked up, and what you're doing is you're contributing to the problem.
Yeah,
and I feel like some of them needed to be held accountable, which, they're playing the one part mostly of being a victim, which they are, but at the same time, there is a little bit of responsibility that they had.
Statute of limitations.
Not even
statute. How long were you a victim before you started being
not
an
even
accomplice?
statute of limitations. Just at what point does morality click in?
Well, it's at what point did you stop being the victim and become the accomplice?
Yeah,
which is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many charges did they have him on.
How many charges did they have Epstein on?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I don't even know.
It was a pretty long laundry list.
Yes.
And the fact that because he was going to talk, right? That's why they unalived him.
I'm sure that it would have gotten to a point where
he had to negotiate.
Yeah, he would have been able to say, "Hey, just so you guys know, letting you know, I have a whole book.
I have a list of people.
I have a whole book of shit that you guys want to look at.
Yeah.
Let's see, a timeline." Oh, here you go. List of alleged crimes. Alleged. I like that. Alleged.
Well,
So I'm looking. Why does it only say one count?
One count.
So on the one site, it shows that he was. Indictment included one count of sex trafficking of children, force, fraud, or coercion, which carries a maximum prison term of 40 years. And that was in the state of Florida. So I don't know. I'm sure there was a shit ton of stuff that was charged on him. But I
mean, can you imagine? Okay, we've got you, fucker.
Oh, here we go. So
okay,
he was only charged with 2 counts. So he was 1 count of sex trafficking of minors and 1 count of conspiracy to engage in sex trafficking of minors, and then he was going to face up to 45 years in prison.
Yeah, but if he could have worked out a sweet deal where it was like, we're going to give you 5 to 10 if you give us all these people you were with.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there was
or like, we're going to send you to a white collar penitentiary.
Well, why do you think? What's her name still alive? Maxwell.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why when she was arrested, it was like right after her arrest, there was a whole bunch of missing children found in Georgia.
Yeah. She spilled the beans.
Yeah, like there was parts of the country that these like compounds of lost children were found. So I bet you that she was just like, look, I'll take whatever charges you give me. I'll tell you where everybody's at, but I need protection and I need to make sure that I don't, murder myself.
I like that. Because I don't want to murder myself. That's
But yeah, I feel like he was a government agent who made friends with a lot of elite people, and when they needed something like, hey,
what was his actual role though? And I'm not talking about like in that group. I'm saying like what was his function in society?
He was just like he was an entrepreneur. Like he had his hands in Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
He helped that dude out. Like he did some fucked up shit with that guy. Mm. Like he would interview models.
I always knew Victoria's Secret was that she was a dude.
Yeah, that's an old dude, creepy guy. But he was he in? I think he might have been in like stocks and everything else. Hang on, Let's see. He was. Yeah, I think. So yeah, he was in the banking and finance sector.
Okay.
So he worked on like Wall Street and everything else.
Yeah.
So he was involved in that shit, and then he was a teacher for a little bit. That was the best thing. Dude didn't have a fucking degree, lied about everything, and had a job as a teacher.
Damn.
Yeah. And then he got into banking, and then he was a financial consultant, and then he got into another finance corporation. Then he got into a management firm, and then, like I said, I know he put his hands into Victoria's Secret. He also worked with Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he was involved in hedge funds. He worked with a startup company in Israel that had connections to Israeli Defense Force. So I mean,
he was all over the place.
Yeah, dude, he had so many things, and he was involved in so much shit. I mean, he was
in a lot of pockets.
Yeah, and then he had a. Originally, he got charged back in like 2005 for some shit, and they gave him a bullshit sentence. Like the guy was just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Was he part of the Illuminati?
I don't know. I think he was part of some government entity. Not saying, maybe not even the U.S. Maybe he was part of Mossad because he was Jewish, and he was a Jewish agent, and the Jews Israel gave him, power and money.
Yeah.
To do
get infiltrated,
and when they needed, hey, we need dirt on this politician or this businessman, have him come to your island, and he would come to his island, and pictures of this guy with a 13-year-old girl
or boy,
and it gets surfaced, and then he goes, hey, look, you give us all of this, and this will go away. I feel like that was his role, and then once he got the Clintons and everybody else, and he got caught, and they knew that he was going to spill the beans on everything. He got taken out. But it's
plausible.
just me.
Plausible.
So,
I mean, who really knows? Maybe some of those documents will get declassified in the future, and we'll know what really happened.
Yeah, we'll see.
With the Clintons.
I don't know, man.
So who's on your Illuminati list?
My Illuminati list, huh? Well,
who's on the one that you looked up?
Well, you got
at the top. You got like Jay-Z.
The supposed king and queen are Jay-Z and
King
Beyonce.
Bay and Queen Bay.
Yeah. So they're supposedly they were it. Then you got like girl Kesha. She released a song called Die Young as an Illuminati anthem.
Really?
Yes. Because the Illuminati symbolism is so blatant that even like her video, there's so many Illuminati symbols that like the Billboard, like the chart albums and songs and stuff called it out, referencing numerous triangles, an upside down cross, and the all seeing one eye. The video even begins with a flashing skull and crossbones. And according to other conspiracy theorists, Illuminati symbols are becoming more prevalent because as the plan all along to gradually make them part of popular culture, and it's brainwashing.
Subliminal messages.
Katy Perry.
She does have that song with the Cleopatra song.
Dark Horse.
Yeah, Dark Horse. There you go.
Then you got Lady Gaga being a puppet of the Illuminati, so I could see that.
Well, they're gonna grab whoever's like, hey, this one's got potential, and they'll blow them up.
The Kardashians, I feel, are part of the Illuminati.
I don't know if they're part of it, but they definitely sold their soul to the devil, dude.
They did something to do
to
what
be
they're
where
doing.
They're at. Yeah. They definitely did something.
Let's see. There's other people that I feel like could be part. I mean, there's so many.
So the Illuminati, is it just celebrities though, or it's supposed to be like government?
Well, and that's the thing, dude. Like, I feel like it's the ones who are in it, as far as like government officials and entrepreneurs and those elite people. They're not the ones who advertise it.
Right.
They're not the ones who.
No, they're discreet about it.
But they're the ones that call the shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, we need to do this, or we need to recruit more people in this. And that's why you have all the fucking rappers and all the other bullshit doing the fucking hand gestures and
like LeBron
the
James
videos. Yeah, like that's another guy,
Yeah.
They have him as being one. So I could just I feel like you have the government guys, the white collar working guys that are businesses, CEOs, and all those other ones. They sit in the room with the closed doors and the blinds closed, handling everything.
Yeah.
And they tell the other ones that have more public images, like, hey,
how to manipulate.
Hey, put this shit out there blatantly.
Yeah.
Why? Because they won't think anything of it if you just blatantly do it.
Yeah.
And just we show shit right to you, and you just ignore it. A lot of people aren't ignoring it, but yeah, I could see those people. I feel like Zuckerberg is one.
Think so?
Yes.
He's
He's either part of the Illuminati or he's a fucking lizard person.
Yeah.
Let's see, who else would be part of it? Like, I feel like Pelosi. She was probably like a founding member. How old she is. Biden, it would be an Illuminati puppet.
Yeah.
Kamala, especially
Puppet.
coming from California.
Puppet.
But
the Schwarzenegger Kennedys.
No, I don't see Schwarzenegger being part of it.
No.
Because he had a different mindset than them. Like the people who run things, he had a different outlook on it.
Okay.
And in the Kennedys, that's a whole nother thing. That would be the Bilderberger group. I think the Bilderberger group are separate from the Illuminati.
Yeah, and those dudes come from the Knights Templar.
Bilderbergers, no. Bilderbergers are those are just elitists. Those are a group of people that the Rockefellers and a couple other people, like, that's just about the one world government.
Well, that's one of the theories I looked into with when I was doing the Templar research. That I'll get into in the next episode.
But yeah, dude, that's pretty much all I got.
So
on that,
Tyler
man.
Perry, is he probably Illuminati?
Oh yeah, I
You
wouldn't.
think so?
I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, how much money that fucking dude has? Yeah.
How about Will Smith?
Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Let's see who else is up there. Damn. Ooh, what's his name? Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah.
You think so?
I would say Jimmy Fallon and the other asshole that I don't like on
Seth Meyers.
No. The other fucking Jimmy Kimmel.
You think so?
Oh yeah, fuck him. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Maybe. Because I don't see Craig Ferguson being in Illuminati.
No. I mean, and you got like that Kevin Hart interview with Kelly Clarkson. When she was talking about getting those phone calls
and
from people
like,
asking to do stuff. It's like, hey, we're gonna stop talking about that. Shut the fuck up. Like, now was that just a joke, or is he like, hey, bitch, shut up? Like, you need to stop talking about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's somewhat relatable, but you could even go back to like why Chappelle left Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty fucked up. And here's the thing, Oprah is definitely on there.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
He did that interview with Oprah, but it was like he knew just the right amount to say without overdoing it, without putting a target on his head.
Oh yeah.
Because he was like, I just needed to walk away. And then he explained, he's like, they wanted me to do this. I wasn't going to do it. They wanted me to do this other stuff. I didn't want to do it. And they like kept pushing boundaries for him. And he's like, I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
And I got to the point where, for him, I think it was like, it was that, and there was like a racial issue where they were, because he said, like the comedy felt like they were writing it to make fun of him instead of having fun with him, kind of deal. Because if you see the first all 3 seasons of the Chappelle Show are awesome. What he was involved in.
Yes. And then it slowly kind of changed, and then Key and Peele took it over.
Well, it didn't really change. It just ended.
Oh, I know.
But like in that 3rd season, he wasn't hosting it anymore.
No. Because
he had already done all the skits. They were recorded, and then it was Charlie Murphy, Donnell, and Wayne Brady. Mm-hmm. Which Wayne Brady is probably in Illuminati too. He probably is, dude.
He might be. I don't know. He's been around forever.
Yeah, and he's never had his own shit. He had his own like talk show, and that died out pretty quick because it wasn't that entertaining.
Yeah,
but he's still around. I mean, I don't doubt he's a funny dude, and he's.
Did he do Family Feud for a little bit?
No.
Or like The Price is Right? Wasn't he? He was a host of a game show.
He might have been. He was always on Whose Line Is It?
Yes,
anyway.
but he was. I'm pretty sure he was
like
a host. He was a
host?
host of a game show for a little bit.
Wheel of Fortune.
No, Wheel of Fortune's had the same guy for the longest time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he was. Yeah, maybe
How
it was
about Jeopardy, Trebek.
No, he might have been on there when Trebek was sick and everything, and they're going through other people to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's one of those dudes that could go either way, because he's likable and he's funny, but he's not like that funny.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That last sip of VOO-DOO Ranger fucking just punched me in the face. Ugh.
I like
it.
it.
So final thoughts on celebrity secret societies and Hollywood conspiracies and stuff like that.
I think they're out there, man. The beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're out there, man. And they're... I don't want to say they're running the world, but they're definitely... like, it's all that stuff that you're like, oh, man, there's hidden messages or subliminal messages in music and propaganda and whatnot. Oh, yeah, that's I believe that's true.
Yeah. I believe it's all out there, but there's a lot of things that, we'll never know.
And because there's a way they push society. Like, I hate to say this because I have, like, younger nieces, nephew, and there's smaller people in the world, let's say.
Uh-huh.
And in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure if my dad was here, he's like, well, that's how I felt about you. I was like, they're getting dumber.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I'm just like society's getting weaker. And I think that's, like, they're pushing it in a certain way because it's easier to take over.
Well, yeah, they want to, stupefy society.
Debilitate.
And they want to simplify society. Oh, jeez.
They want to go full idiocracy.
Yes, but I mean, but if you really look at, like, they want to eliminate history so that the history that we knew, they're trying to erase it and paint this other picture. Like, it's crazy. They want to stupefy the next generation and eliminate the old people who tell them, like, hey, this is what freedoms were about. We had to fight for freedoms. We had to do this. Like, hey, you had the racial wars and everything from the 50s, 60s, and
Civil
70s.
rights movements,
Yeah. And then, like, hey, we had to go fight in World War I and World War II and help people and help get their freedom back. We fought for our own freedom.
Yeah.
And then we had to fight because of a clash of beliefs in our own country. Like, we have all these periods of time that,
about the Civil War?
Yeah. Like, one side of the table wants to eliminate all of it and be like, oh, you don't know anything about that. Don't worry about that. The government gives you everything.
Yeah.
You need to depend on the government because we're here to take care of you. Because then what? You give like, I'm the government. You give
up your freedom.
No, but like, I'm the government and I give everything to you.
Mm-hmm.
I give you I give you an apartment with a reasonable amount of rent, and you get, a voucher to have a good amount of food to have. And
like rations.
Your rations are good. Your health, we give you just enough health care to keep everything there. You have a job where you
complacent.
They're just making complacency so that you just become a good worker. You're like an ant in an ant farm. And they want to get rid of small businesses. Get rid of small businesses because you don't want independent, like, entrepreneurial type people, because they put kinks in the chain.
Yeah.
And give people ideas to want to expand and do other things. They don't want those kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
They want people to fall in line and do what they're told.
That's why you got Amazon and shit like that.
Well, yeah, you got Amazon, you got Walmart, you got all these big box companies that want to simplify everything for you and make sure it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Shit, during the lockdown, you never had to fucking leave.
Yep. True.
Like, that was the point where they were testing it out. Let's see if we can scare people enough to where they won't go anywhere. And how fast did that shit happen?
Oh, dude, it was over.
Okay.
I don't want to say overnight, but yeah.
Almost. Now, just think about if they did that with something as far as, like, I think we talked about it on the UFO one, on an alien invasion.
Yeah.
The government knows that the aliens are coming, and we need to prepare. And the best way to prepare is to let us take over control of everything on the internet. Because we need the bandwidth. We need all this, we need to be able to access data at any time because the aliens could be trying to steal data. We need to be there to make sure that we can control it.
Yeah.
And you know what? We found out with these satellite images that they attack humans during the day.
Yeah.
Some bullshit like that to create paranoia to be like, you can't go outside during the day.
That sounds like well, I mean, I know it is. That's New World Order. Shit.
Yes, and
you think the Illuminati's New World Order?
I feel like they're a part of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's.
I mean, but then it's a connection where it's like, you can even say that these secret societies have a hierarchy, and they're all fucking connected.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
like a spider web.
There's one, and then there's like the other 4 underneath it, and then those 4 branch off into 20 different ones.
You got like that the blackboard from School of Rock, where it all spans out from rock and roll.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I that's it's plausible.
Oh yeah.
And I could see it. Maybe I could see not our time. Well, maybe like our time when we're old, like 80s, I could see, like, if we're in our 80s, there will be the end of the United States. At least where we're on top or close to the top. We're going to fall. And we're gonna become almost. We're gonna come closer to poverty. Shit's gonna go terrible, and we're going to either be ran by a dictatorship or some authoritarian style government.
Yeah.
Because there's too many fucking people out here who are too damn stupid to see the writing on the wall. Because it's either going to happen like that, or another civil war is going to happen.
That reminded me of a Iron Maiden song, which actually kind of... The video for it is kind of like about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw it, the writing on the wall.
I might have, dude. But it's
just animated. It's pretty good. And it's all like New World Order-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And like devil related. Like,
Well, dude, just reread the book 1984.
Oh, yeah.
I
have it. It's right behind you.
Yeah,
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
I've read it. I haven't seen the movie because I'm not a fan of Michael B. Jordan, but the book was awesome.
Oh, you talking about Fahrenheit, whatever?
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about the book 1984.
Oh.
There's a book 1984 that's a dystopian society type thing.
Like Fahrenheit?
Yes.
Kind of. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my piece on that, dude. I mean, there might be a revolution or another civil war again. And I mean, I could see it happening. I doubt that it would, but I mean, all else fails.
Yeah.
We pick up ship and move to Texas. Because that'll be the only place left standing.
Oh,
They're Wyoming, Montana, North and South Dakota.
That's
it.
I got to start brushing up on my Rambo movies to get some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Commando.
Oh, yeah. Commando was a good movie.
Oh, yeah. Not the second one, the first one.
Yes, the first one.
No, Stick Around. Was that from Predator? Stick Around.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
What are you doing? Dude, I was watching the Arnold documentary today, just killing time.
The FUBAR one?
No, not the show. The Arnold documentary about Arnold.
Okay.
And I was still in episode 1. And he's like, yeah, I moved to California, and I was never in touch. Like, I never charged my vitamins. This guy did all my vitamins. And then, like, 10 seconds later goes, and then we discovered steroids. And I really, really had a lot of gains with the steroids.
The gains?
And I was just like, I couldn't stop laughing, so I had to turn it off. I'm like, I don't even want to hear it anymore. The fact that he was just like, and then we got into the steroids, and it was good.
Dude, you know what he does? Like, I was watching a clip of him. You know what he does when he has a guest over who smokes stogies with him? Because, he's a big stogie guy.
Yeah.
So I guess he learned it from, like, a cigar bar bartender or something like that, where he, like, dips it. Like, he'll soak it. Like, not, like, completely just dunk it, but, like, the outside leaves, he'll like, soak it with tequila. And the actual piece that you put in your mouth, he'll dip in tequila.
Okay.
And then he'll light it up. And he's like, I do that for all my.
I'm kind of worried that the alcohol is just like.
Well, no, because you're lighting the edge.
Yeah, but
and you're just like
it would be like lighter fluid almost, like.
No.
Huh.
It doesn't do that. Well, the way he
not all the time.
No, he actually did it, and then he lit up, and he was smoking it. He's like, "This is what I do for all my guests.
Huh.
This is what I do for all my guests.
You come to my house.
House.
What I will do is I will dip this cigar. See this one in the tequila.
Tequila.
So stick around.
Oh, get to the chopper.
Hey, I'll be back.
Oh my god.
So, what are we gonna end the night off with a shot tonight of?
We are going to do the Liquor 43. Liqueur 43.
Liqueur 43.
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
If only we had some heavy whipping cream, we could have a mini beer.
No.
Which tastes like a vanilla milkshake.
Yeah.
But instead, we're just gonna do Au Naturel Liquor 43.
I like Au Naturel. But yeah, I mean, remember to like, follow, share. We're on the Facebook. We are on the Instagram. We are on the YouTube.
Podbean, Podchaser?
Podchaser, podcast. Spotify.
All over the place.
We're all over the place, man. Just like these topics that we have sometimes.
Yes.
It's fun, though. I like how sometimes we'll talk about something and it'll trigger like another topic.
Yes.
And we just go on about that for like 15 minutes like we did with Trump.
I know. But the crazy thing is, like, you get into one secret society group or a member of a secret society group, and then they have a correlation with somebody else that might be in something else. And you just
Well, that's exactly what these episodes are about. Like trying to, I mean, these episodes themselves are a rabbit hole, and then you find other little rabbit holes in there, and then you're like, oh, well, how about we dive into this? So just like bring it back around to bring exposure to the next episode, which is going to be the Knights Templar, secret societies again, but these are like the OGs.
Yes.
From the Crusade times, and
we'll get into them.
Yeah,
but it goes all the way back to.
Are they good guys? Are they bad guys?
It goes all the way back to 1119, so a long time ago. So let's have a little cheer here with our liquor 43.
Liqueur 43. Cheers, Mr. Thanos.
Cheers, and
Bottoms
everybody,
up.
thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, beautiful.